How you doing? I come to you today from a biblical location. This is Gilgal. I want to tell you about a brief history of the children and the kingdom of Israel. Before they entered into the land, they were across the river. And in that river, Joshua, the leader of the Israelites at the time, was told by God to take the Ark of the Covenant and by the hand of the priest, they were to stand in the midst of the Jordan. And when they stood in the midst of the Jordan, something miraculous happened. All the waters were stopped from the Jordan. And in the midst of this Jordan, Joshua commanded 12 men of all the tribes of Israel to take stones from out of the midst of the Jordan and carry them over into the promised land. While he was doing that, he also commanded that in that very place, in the midst of the Jordan, that the people were to cross over and come over into the promised land. And the name of that place was called Gilgal. Now, I want to let you know exactly where I am. About 20 or 30 miles out into that river, this is the Jordan River. This is exactly where the Israelites came in. And about 20 or 30 miles on the other side, there's a place called Bimini Road. And there are stones that lay under the water to this day. You can find this story in Joshua chapter 3 and chapter 4 and chapter 5. This is a place in which God commanded that 12 stones be laid. And now if you take a look where I'm at now, this place contains 12 stones. Biblical location. This is the place where the Ark of the Covenant of the God of all the earth came over. This is the beginning of the kingdom. This is the beginning of a free nation of Israel. For God said that this place shall be called Gilgal. And he told Joshua that those that came over into Jordan, over across the Jordan into Gilgal, were to circumcise themselves. Because this was a new generation. It represented a new day, because all the ancestors that came out of Egypt had died out, only except two, Joshua and Caleb, the only two that came through. And because of this, this whole new generation had to perform the circumcision. And they performed it here. And they rested. These 12 stones can be found with very little research. Also, with very little research, you can find out about Bimini Road. This is a biblical location. This is a beautiful and great day for all the world to know that our God is alive. Thank you. Shalom.